Peter Hudson, Head of Training and Recruitment at the World Golf Teaching Federation and founder of the Free Lessons for Life product, so excitedly offered to for business membership. And this is a series of webinars that I'm going to present about information that I think is really important. And then after the presentation, the lines will be open for a live discussion, question and answer session. So, one of the biggest single comments I get from people is, why do I slice? And it's a very interesting question, because it's actually mostly, I believe, coming out of a phrase, an instruction that's given to us very early on in our golfing life, and that is to hit the back of the ball. And it's an incorrect conception of what we're trying to do. So to some degree, I believe that we're guided by certain philosophies. Certainly I am as a coach. The first one is that the client has all of the resources they need to achieve anything they want in golf. The second is that I believe that we need to know the blueprint. What is it exactly we're trying to do? What is the task? And I think that sometimes as adult learners, we're nowhere near as natural in our learning as children. Interestingly, for me, we've known how to swing the golf club for as long as the human race has actually been in existence, from Neanderthal man, in that we have been able to successfully throw spears, throw stones in a direction that is designated by a target, and we didn't have any thought patterns for that. So what the body does have is a natural ability to rotate in either direction and yet produce something that's parallel to that rotation and released at a moment that fires it parallel to us. So when we think of this ball, then if we're going to hit a draw, i.e. to hit it right to left rather than left to right, the club face has to come in and actually come in from the inside or from the arc, hit the ball while the club face is fractionally open, and then close through impact and separation. Now, because we were given this instruction hitting the back of the ball, we've conceived the idea is to hit the ball straight, whereas that isn't the question. The idea is to hit it on that arc and then allow the natural facets of the club. So the club is designed through the shaft and the club head to close through impact and separation. And our anatomy also facilitates this through how our target arm transfers rolls through impact and separation. So this is the same action as if we thumb a lift. This arm naturally turns, and it naturally turns this way. As we've also got that slight idea of the spear, you'll see that this left shoulder is also going to the left as the left arm rotates, and that facilitates that closing club face. What we're saying is that because we were told to try and hit it straight, we've actually got to this place where we're coming almost from the outside the golf ball, and then the club face has to actually open through impact and separation. So here's another ballistic fact now. First of all, the ball reacts to what the club head and club face is doing, and this is the rule for every single shot in golf. So when I'm asked that question, what did I do there? Really, it's directly compared to what that club head and club face was doing through that point of impact and separation. And why I use these two phrases is the ball actually compresses, as we know, we've seen tennis balls, and actually compress onto the racket as they're moving along a certain path, and then they release off. So a slice specifically if the ball is turning left to right for a right-handed golfer, that club face must be opening during those conditions. So that's the single answer. What I've found is that because we fundamentally trying to hit the back of the ball, then what happens is, because we then get this potential slice action, we then start to allow for it by opening the shoulders up. And the more that we open the shoulders up to the intended target line, the more that the club face has to open through impact and separation. So we're really, the first moment that we decide to aim the shoulders left of the target to allow, it's going to get worse. This means that there's an obvious answer, is that if we want to get that other the other ball shape, the draw shape, then it's almost that we've got to conceive it this way, that we actually turn the shoulders to face right of the target for the right-handed golfers, to allow them again this natural moment, this natural ability to close that club face. So I think it's important to understand here that how we relate to the target is a very, very important facet. So we didn't know that we had to open up those hands through impact and separation to cut that ball back. It was a natural, intrinsic reaction to the fact that we want to go there, but we're aiming here, so we have to do that. So if we were going to pull on that natural instinct as well, it would be to still know that we want to go there, but we're facing here, and we're going to get that action. So very simply stated, a slice is the reaction of the ball to the club face. The club face specifically opening through impact and separation. Another factor that's, I think, important to understand is that the ball will come off 90 degrees to the club face, and that responsibility is about 80% more club face than it is club path. So there is a reaction of club path, but it's mostly what that club face is doing, and the ball mostly comes off at 90 degrees to wherever that club face is pointing. What will distinguish then which way it goes is how much it's compressed on the club and whether it's closing or opening through impact and separation. So how do we cure this? Well, I think with all game improvement, the essential is to become aware, first of all, of what you're doing. And for me, that's the primary role of a golf coach, to identify what it is that you're actually doing and help you to understand what you're doing, and then what are the ramifications of how that ball is going to react. So what you can do on your own, the first thing is to understand that concept, to understand that we have all these natural things on board to close that club face between impact and separation. The club is actually designed to help you in that effect, and then to use the target as I want to be able to, I want to envisage, I want to see, I want to feel, I want to put all those representational systems together, and then experiment with awareness and discover whether that club face is closing or opening through impact and separation. Definitely work for the driving range. I'm now going to end this particular session. If you want to speak to me privately, then call me on 07939 584 010. If you want to join me in Spain between now and May, then also give me a ring on that number, and I'll tell you some incredible opportunities you will have to play much better golf. In the meantime, thank you for listening, and I look forward to next month's presentation. Thank you.